Nissan Micra 2003. To remove the stereo on this unit, we need to take this whole panel here completely out. To do that, we need to lift the top part of the dash, which is a 10mm bolt underneath there. Inside the cubby hole, there'll be a couple of little clips which are missing on this vehicle, but you pop them out, and then there's 2 screws behind each of those, and then there's 2 screws underneath here. Start with them ones. Although this has an aftermarket stereo in, it's the same process for the factory stereo, as it's all bolted in. So once those 2 screws are released, they can stay in there out of the way, as they're quite awkward to get out. We need to use a trim tool, and we need to lift the top part of the dashboard up. It's held down with about 4 or 5 clips. So once lifted up, in the very top centre is a 10mm bolt. You need to be careful, as this bolt can disappear down the back of the dashboard very easily. There will be quite a few videos on the internet showing you to remove this whole top piece of the dashboard by taking the A-pillar trims off either side, but it's not necessary. If you only undo the one bolt, you lift the whole thing out. As you lift it, you can move the steering control column out of the way. You can then, with a little bit of force, lift it and twist it upwards. This piece here will get caught slightly there, but you can lift it and twist the whole thing up so that that piece comes out. The other videos show you to remove this so the whole thing slides out in one piece, but it's not necessary to get the stereo out. It's a bit more work. Once that's taken out, you would unplug all of the pieces holding the stereo in. You would then unclip the heater controls, the heating vents. They're on pressure clips. Once done, you can then get to the screws holding the stereo in, and you just undo those, and the stereo will then slide straight out from the top front. Nice and simple.